work for the Los Angeles Gay and Lesbian Center, and I'm program manager for the Transgender Economic Empowerment Project. Basically, it's an employment service for the trans community. The program's been in existence for about 4 years, and I've been running it for the last 3 years. So.
What is it for I guess you just kind of described it, but what kind of services, if you could elaborate, what kind of services do you provide?
If you look at the national unemployment rate, which is at about 12%, it's double that for trans people. Oftentimes, it's because employers don't know how to deal with somebody who is either transitioning on the job or has come out to them as trans. They don't know how to handle what bathroom the person is going to use, what name are they going to use, their preferred name or their legal name, what their rights are. So we go in there and we educate the trans person on what their rights are, how they can advocate for their rights in the workplace. And we also provide trainings for employers, Gender Identity 101 trainings, that talk about the trans experience, what transition is, and how that affects the workplace, and how they can better support the trans employee.
That's great. And do you find that most employers are supportive, or are they scared? What kind of responses do you get?
The bigger companies, like the Fortune 500 companies, are pretty good about trans people transitioning, and oftentimes they will have transition guidelines in place. So when somebody comes out as transgender, they already have a plan in action that the person will follow in order to be able to transition on the job. I think the trend is growing with employers becoming more accepting and more aware of trans people. But I think there are some employers who still think of it as something that's too difficult or will be too disruptive, and it's just showing them that when somebody transitions, it's not affecting their ability to do a great job or the skills that they bring to the job. It's just a change that happens with them. So
what's been your experience like tonight with Artivist and the Artivist Film Festival? How important is a film festival like this?
I think it's really beautiful to be able to talk about the stories that you hear in an event like this, that you won't see in the theaters, that you won't see, be the big blockbuster films. But I think they really help enlighten and really bring awareness to issues that would otherwise go unnoticed. And so having an event like this, I think, is just so incredible and beautiful, and really helps to bring awareness to issues that otherwise wouldn't get that attention. So.
And so, can people volunteer for your organization? How can people get involved?
Yes, you can go to the LA Gay and Lesbian Center's website, which is www.lagaycenter.org. And we actually have a fairly large volunteer department. People can call in the volunteer department, leave their information, and they send them a packet, and people can tell sort of what they want to do, what kind of experiences they want to gain, what kind of communities they want to work with, and they try to place you in the area where you'll benefit the most out of that volunteer experience. So.
Programs do you have for youth, or are you involved in like school age, going into schools or anything, like with bullying and that kind of thing?
Film is on target, so
I'm just thinking of the youth and the suicide and that kind of thing. Raising awareness of kids.
The wonderful thing about the center is that it's all inclusive. So we have services for youth. We have we have a mentorship program called LifeWorks Mentoring for youth to be paired up with LGBT adults who can be their role models. I think a lot of LGBT youth grow up thinking that there's nobody like them, not seeing role models of themselves in films or in television. So being connected to someone who is successfully going throughout their lives openly LGBT, I think, is really, really important. We also have a shelter for homeless youth who are LGBT identified in the Hollywood area. And we also have a seniors program for seniors 60 and up. We actually have senior housing called Triangle Square right down the street. And we have a ton of services for seniors to be able to take advantage of. And we also have HIV-focused services. We've recently started a program called SPIN, which is addressing bullying in schools schools and teen suicides. So there's a lot going on at the center, and looking at the website, I think people will get an idea of just how massive the services are. And so for parents who are looking for services for their youth, definitely look at our website. For adults who are looking to get connected with other adults, definitely look at our website. And elderly people, we don't think about our community getting older, but there's a huge elderly population, and so it's important to get that community also connected and involved and vibrant and you know, still active. So we try to take care of the entire community. So. A lot of bases there. Oh yeah.